Alright, I just wanted to make a notice for the sake of history and documenting. I think it's time I have to change things around. You won't be seeing any more pictures of my meals anymore. At least not for a long time. And I've been thinking about it today and I've decided I'm going to stop doing this. The reason why I've stopped doing this is because I think this is now hindering me rather than helping me. Because taking photos of my meals is now just another reason to be on the phone. 2 to 3 weeks ago, I wasn't tracking my meals consistently, but now I am. I will still provide stats, but taking pictures of my phone, I won't be doing that anymore because I now think it's hindering me. Because again, it's just another reason to be on the phone. And specifically on YouTube. Now that's important. Me highlighting the fact that it's another reason to be on YouTube is important now, because that means that I'm increasing the likelihood of mindlessly scrolling through the channel's feed and analytics like views, subscriber count, growth. Views as in how many returning viewers come on certain days, how many new viewers have come on certain days. Returning viewers, by the way, is someone who's watched the channel more than once in a selected time period. If I'm not mistaken. So let's say you've got stats over the past 28 days. In order for an account to be considered a returning viewer, this account had to have watched more than one video within the selected time period. So more than once within 28 days, for example. So you got the 7-day, 28-day, 90-day, 365, a year of course, and then lifetime. Now, if the person's watched more than once within any of those selected periods, then it's a returning viewer. Just for context, and then new viewer is like brand new, they've seen your channel for the first time within the selected time period, meaning that this same person can be registered as a new viewer according to YouTube if they watch outside of the selected time period. So for example, if someone is a new viewer during one time and then you're looking at the stats within a 28-day period, but they watch 35 days later, for example, they may be considered a new viewer twice, even though they have seen your content more than once. That's what I'm trying to say. But I think it's time I put this to an end. It being taking photos of the meals and then uploading them onto YouTube. If I do this, then that also means I'm setting aside more time to being able to write in the meal plan or water tracking and meal ideas sort of journal. What do I call it? Water tracking and meal ideas pad. That's what I've called it so far. And then I can modify the name, of course. I don't know how that stain got there. It looks like curry, so it genuinely might have been today's meal. Today's meal 1. But yeah, I think long term, this is going to really help out. Because again, I don't want to put myself in a position where I'm just mindlessly scrolling, which is a habit that I want to undo. And as I set more non-negotiable rules, I will create more structure to be able to really transform not only my body, but my life for life, like how Akash says. Easy. In this lighting, you can really see my ingrown hairs. Look at that. You can really see them in this lighting. Not that I'm trying to hide them. I'm trying to get rid of them. And I've been shaving consistently, but they just haven't gone completely. They have made progress, but again, not completely. And you can see it's around the Adam's apple. That's where a lot of the spots are, because I haven't been shaving so hard around there. Because, well, it's the Adam's apple. I may really hurt myself if I were to do that. So when I shave, I try and pull my skin like this and then shave, so that I'm not shaving directly on the Adam's apple, which can really hurt. I'll eventually make them go, if it's possible, which I think it is, seeing as I've already made progress. Yeah, I'll eventually make them leave completely, and then my neck will be looking more than fine. Speaking about the transform your body, transform your life though, with all of these pictures and these examples that Akash gave, I really apologize if I'm mispronouncing your name. They are all looking fresh. I'm not just talking about physique, I'm talking about even the small things like their haircut. I don't think that I'm going to be able to be in shape and have this. I think I'll automatically just be getting my hair cut regularly, because I'll be taking a lot more care of my body, and I'll therefore want to really enhance my aesthetics to the max. Which partly means I'd have to, part of that means I have to get rid of all this. Even if I turn this into a fade, I keep this level at the top and then get the barbers to fade it. Even still, that's still a fresh cut, rather than just having it overgrown right now, because it hasn't been shaped up. This is just natural growth. You can tell, look, there's a lot of overgrown hairs here. Yeah. And then eventually I'll make this go as well. When I move out, I'm gonna have to go find new barbers, you know. When I have to build that trust again. But I think by the time that I've moved out, that won't be a problem, building trust with barbers. Because in the past, I'd tell myself that my head would shake when getting the shape up. But I think I'm more than fine now. I can trust the people who cut my hair. I can also, in the future, I'll just ask if the if they've cleaned their clippers, and then from there see how it goes. Take that risk one time, and then when getting back home, clean my head top. Just to summarize, I'll no longer be taking photos, because I think that doing so is actually hindering me rather than helping me now. I can now trust in myself that I'll track my meals consistently and actually hit the aims that my personal trainer Isaac has given me. So I don't need to show every single meal that I eat. I can write the times down in the pad, this pad here, the times that I eat my food. I can write them down in this pad here, and then write that down in the comment section of each meal tracking day, or the description even, because that will be a video, that won't be a short. So the description probably will be seen, because it's a video, it's not a short. I've just, for some reason, I haven't been able to find descriptions of shorts. I don't know why, but yeah, maybe that's a part of YouTube being, keeping you in the loop of just watching video after video after video by getting rid of the description. Maybe, maybe not. But yeah, I think that taking photos of my meals at this point now that I trust myself with tracking my meals consistently is now actually going to hinder me rather than help me, because I can trust in myself that I'll track consistently every single day, and I'll be putting down stats. I'm not getting rid of that, but the photos, they're gone. They're gone after thinking about it today, just over and over again. I just don't want to be staying on this phone mindlessly scrolling through this channel's feed and that no more. And the way how I plan to really undo this for good, completely, for life, is hydrating myself adequately. Not too much, but adequately. Hence, I've got the non-negotiable pad of just tracking meals on tracking water and giving myself meal ideas, so I don't have to think of what I'm going to do. And that actually reminds me, so that's the meal notice done. But that actually reminds me, I was rowing today. I did a 1 hour row. Again, I did this today and yesterday. Today I got yesterday I got 9,949 meters, when my competition got 11,425. Then today I got 11,825, and when I hit this my competition score of 11,425, I had 1 minute and 7 seconds to spare. So I was, in the last minute, I was really pacing it, going. I wasn't trying to go as fast as possible. I was actually trying to row as powerful as possible, not just going up and down the row machine, or back and forth the row machine as quickly as I could. No, that wasn't what I was doing. I was trying to tug the rope as powerfully as I could have. And with that in mind, I was able to get 11,825 meters the day after getting 9,949 meters. But on this day that I got less than 10k yesterday, I wrote down 12k coming soon. And then I made an arrow to the previous score. And I'm really, really close now. I have a new strategy to be able to get this 12k, which I implemented only partly through today's rowing session, which is to use some form of hoodie or coat, whatever I have, to make my rowing feel more comfortable. The reason why I do this is so that there's more padding on the seat, so my ass doesn't feel numb when I row, or at least it reduces how numb my ass feels, or the point that my ass feels numb as I row, because that seat's it can get uncomfortable after a while, because you'd be there for so long and you're reducing blood flow. I think that's why your ass and your feet get numb, because you're not moving so much, and your ass is trapped on the seat basically for an hour. So yeah, the padding helps. The padding of a hoodie helps. Could I bring a pillow? I'm just looking. I certainly could. Make things even more comfortable. Yeah, doing that may actually mean I get the 12k, but I don't need to. I can just take this hoodie because it's fleece. So when you fold it up, it gives a lot of padding. But yeah, one thing I'd like to say with just general productivity is that maybe what I really need to focus on doing now is just setting every other part of my life that's trivial, like what clothes I'll wear, what food I'll eat. I set that on autopilot by making the decision done already somehow, like planning my meals beforehand proactively. I'll find a way, But when I wasn't thinking consciously when I was rowing, that was what made it easier. Just being able to put all of my energy, physical and mental, into only the rowing. That's what I was doing. I was just looking at the score, looking at my projected finish, the distance the rowing machine thought I'd get, or predicted that I'd get, compared to how fast I was rowing. But yeah, it's all coming together, and I'd like to say, as you do whatever you're doing more, these wanted habits, these things that you want to be doing, as you do them more, the strategy will become clearer. If you take it seriously enough and you actually really want to improve and you have something to go for, as in like an aim to go for, then yeah, you'll get that sort of, the strategy will come, the how will come as you keep on going at it every day. I don't plan to row every day, but I'm just saying, I think in this part of my life, in order to set structure, I really need to focus on making these healthy habits like water tracking and planning my meals beforehand, make all of these things, even things that I'm not aware of right now that I want to do automatically, make all of these things just automatic and very consistent, so I spend less mental energy on, like, for example, what I'd wear, and put that energy that I'm no longer using in what I'd wear, in deciding what I'd wear, into something like this, like all of these series I'm doing and what I set myself outside of the series off camera. It's all coming together slowly but surely, bit by bit, day by day. On that note, I think I'm gone. I hope you enjoyed, I hope you learned something valuable, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. I think today's moral of the story is, as you keep on improving, you will have to change how you go about things. Maybe what you do at the start, it works for you at the start, but then you may think those same tactics that worked for you at the start are now actually hindering you from progressing. And it seems like that's what the taking pictures of the phone, taking pictures of the meals with the phone's doing. So yeah, I'm gonna stop doing that from now on. From today, it's done. From meal one, it's done. But yeah, just keep going and you will find it. You'll keep on improving, and then 2 years later, oh my God, wow. The slogan for New Year's, it's always going to be New Year, much improved me. Not New Year, new me, but New Year, much improved me. Just like how it was on day 7. It's going to be the same thing, the same goddamn thing next year in 2022 on the 1st of January, New Year's Day, not 2022, the 1st of January 2023, the New Year's Day is going to be the same thing. Just 1 year later, New Year, much improved me. And then we keep going. Anyway, I think I'm done. I hope you enjoyed, I hope you learned something valuable, and I'll see you in the next one. Please, peace. If you really think the strategies that helped you in the past are now hindering you, please change them and see what happens. Then from there, when you change your strategy, and if you think it's hindering you, then reassess. If you think it's helping you, still look at it and see how much it's helping you. And all of that, that's the advice I give, not only to myself, but you guys out there. And also my future self. Hello, if you're watching. I have no idea where you'll be in 1, 2, 5, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, but I know that with the efforts that I'm putting in, I'm going to put the both of us in a place that we would want to be. Maybe beyond my imagination, but not beyond yours. insert real name here. But anyway, yeah, I'm gone. On the road to better things and further improvement, because I'm no longer doing this thing that I now believe is hindering me. Bye.